Hey guys, Tyrantt here. Welcome to Lesson 10 of Tyrantt's Pro Whooper Freestyle Bootcamp 101. First of all, I would like to congratulate everybody on reaching the final lesson of Bootcamp. Now that you've learned a wide range of beginner and novice tricks, it's time to bring it all together in the full version of Pro Whooper's Freestyle Showdown. If you're not familiar with the Freestyle Showdown, it's a competition that was influenced by the gameplay of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. This competition focuses purely on your skills, where your performance alone will determine your victory. In this final lesson, you'll be taking on a one rip clip freestyle run where you'll push your limits to achieve the highest score possible within the time limit, so now's your chance to show the world what you're capable of doing. Before we discuss the details of this week's lesson, I would like to give a shout out to our sponsor of the week, JumperRC. JumperRC was founded in 2016 and is known for producing high-performance FPV radios. Specializing in versatile and innovative radio systems, Jumper caters to pilots of all skill levels, from beginners to veterans. Their latest radios, the T15 and the T20 V2, share key features while offering distinct advantages for different types of pilots. Both the T15 and the T20 V2 are equipped with RDC-90 gimbals, providing smooth, precise control and making them ideal for freestyle, long range, and racing pilots. These radios also operate on the 2.4 GHz Express LRS protocol, offering excellent long range and low latency performance. Additionally, they both run Edge TX firmware, ensuring a user-friendly interface and compatibility with the wide range of FPV systems. They also use the 21,700 Li-ion batteries, providing long battery life with easy USB-C charging. The Jumper T15 stands out for its 3.5-inch color touchscreen, offering pilots an easy-to-use interface. This full-size radio is great for pilots who hybrid pinch or full pinch, offering a robust setup with customizable switches, making it a versatile choice for those seeking a high-performance radio. In contrast, the Jumper T20 V2 is designed with portability in mind. Compact yet powerful, the T20 V2 offers the same smooth control and reliability as the T15, but in a more ergonomical and travel-friendly design. Its compact form is perfect for all styles of flying, including thumbing and pinching, ensuring comfort and precision for any pilot. With this lightweight design and versatility, the T20 V2 is my personal favorite radio, and it's ideal for racing and freestyle pilots looking for a streamlined, high-performance option that's easy to take anywhere. Thank you, Jumper, for sponsoring Bootcamp and for giving us the ability to conquer the skies. To complete this lesson, you'll need to successfully accomplish all the main objectives by participating in the full version of our Freestyle Showdown competition. This version offers two formats. You can either go outside for a 90-second outdoor freestyle run, or fly indoors in a more comfortable setting, but with a 60-second run. Unlike the previous Lesson 5, there will be no pre-filled tricks in the calculator, so it's entirely up to you to decide how you do your freestyle run. You will have full freedom to choose your path to victory, whether you focus on raw freestyle to quickly boost your score with a streak bonus, complete the quad objectives to earn that big score bonus, or tackle as many tricks of the week as possible to take advantage of the double points. The choice is entirely yours. There's no pressure or requirements to do it all. What matters most is your final score at the end of the run. The goal is to find your own path to success and enjoy the challenge by putting your newfound skills to the ultimate test. After you complete your run, you'll use our user-friendly calculator to score your performance based on the difficulty, precision, and execution of the tricks you choose. Once completed, simply upload your video and calculator to the submission form to finish the lesson. Let's start by discussing the various ways of earning points by maximizing your multipliers while also avoiding penalties. Tricks of the week are pre-selected tricks that will earn you 200% of your base trick value, and they can be performed more often than regular tricks before the repeat penalty applies. Don't worry, I'll explain what that means here in a little bit. Quad objectives, or KWAD, consist of 4 tricks, each granting a 250 point bonus. Collect all 4 letters to earn a total of 1,000 points, plus a 2,000 point bonus for completing the entire set. For every consecutive trick you successfully perform, you'll build a streak bonus multiplier. The multiplier grows with each trick based on the base value of the trick. For example, if a trick is worth 800 points, the following trick gets a multiplier of 8%. If the next trick is worth 200 points, it adds 2 additional percent, giving you a total of 10%. However, the streak bonus caps at 200%, and any crashes or bumps will reset both the streak and the multiplier. For those flying indoors, there will be an obstacle of the week. This week's obstacle is an under-over obstacle. In other words, any object that allows you to do tricks around it. Tricks performed on these obstacles will receive a 10% score boost. You can either use this or any other obstacle if you prefer. While it's not a multiplier, I would also like to mention that a lot of tricks that people do not exist in the Trictionary. If you performed a unique, intentional, and repeatable trick that's not in the Trictionary, use the custom trick builder below the calculator to create your own custom trick. Then select custom trick number, then the number, from the drop-down menu to earn the points. Now, let's talk about how to avoid penalties. These aren't meant to be a punishment, but rather to encourage diverse freestyle and to help people avoid trick repetition. To start, we're going to talk about the repeat point reduction. The first time you perform a trick, you will earn 100% of its base value. The second time you repeat it during your run, it drops to 75% of the value, then 50%, and then 0% for all future repeats of that trick. Tricks of the week, however, will allow for more repetitions before the reductions kick in. Performing the same trick back-to-back will incur a 50% reduction that compounds every time you do it back-to-back. In addition to that, you'll also incur the repeat reduction penalty because you're doing it back-to-back. Sloppy execution or missing the intended target results in a 35% penalty for that trick. Bumping an object or tapping the ground will result in a 50% penalty, and it will end your streak multiplier. If this happens between tricks, only the multiplier is broken. You won't lose points for the previous trick. Crashes result in no points for that trick, and it will reset your multiplier. If you bump, tap, or crash between tricks, then select the drop-down option in the calculator called Between Tricks, and then select the correct execution to go with it. I know it might seem like a lot, but remember, as long as you perform a variety of tricks with clean execution, penalties should not be an issue for you. Now, let's download the calculator and test out these multipliers and penalties to see how they work in practice. Alright, so you're going to go to prowhooper.com, and at the top of the page, you're going to see a button that says Lesson Details. Go ahead and click that, and it's going to take you to the Freestyle Bootcamp 101 section of the website. Scroll down just a little bit, and it should say Lesson 10 right here with a link that says click here for the written Lesson 10 details. Go ahead and click that, and it's going to take you to this page over here. You're going to scroll down past the quick reference guide and section, and you're going to find the calculator section. You're going to see a link to download the calculator, as well as a link for step-by-step instructions on how to make a copy. So go ahead and click that link, and then let's go ahead and take a look at the step-by-step instructions. So once you open the calculator, you're going to hit File and Make a Copy if you're on desktop. But if you're on mobile, you're going to hit the menu button, Share and Export, and Make a Copy. It's important to make a copy because if you don't, then it's going to create an Excel file, which is not really compatible with our Google Sheets system. So now once you get the calculator, you're going to go ahead and hit File and Make a Copy. And you can name it whatever you want, but honestly, it doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to put my name and make a copy. All right, so let's take a look at an example video and score a calculator together. So because I'm flying outside on the calculator sheet, I'm going to go to the bottom and click the tab that says Calculator Outdoor. And this is going to be the calculator that I use. At the top, I'm going to type in my name, which is not necessary, but may as well. The map selection, it should say do not change. If it doesn't, just go ahead and click do not change. This is so that you can earn a 10% bonus for your tricks. This is for the map bonus, and that's something that we don't currently have running, but I want to keep things even between indoor and outdoor. Over here, you're going to see the quad section and all the tricks, just to kind of remind you which one's which. Then you're going to see the tricks of the week right here. And then right here is going to be some stats for you for the end of your run. So additionally, we have, if you scroll down, you're going to see the custom trick builders. So we'll get into that later as well. So we're going to go ahead and start watching my video, and I will fill out the calculator as we go and kind of explain some things as well. So to start off, I do a yaw spin. So we're going to type, oops, I'm going to delete that and type yaw. And then right off the bat, you can see that the yaw spin highlighted green to show that we completed the K. And additionally, it gave us that 250 point bonus right there. So next up, I do a Maverick loop. And you can either scroll or type to search. Either way works pretty quickly. And you can see that W filled in. We have that 500 quad bonus. We have 15 points because of the net points. We have 150 points. So 10% of that is going to be what we get for the map bonus. Additionally, it says 101% total adjustment. We'll get into that here in a second. So we're going to keep going. And I do a split S. Oops. And you can see here that we have 203%. Now you're probably wondering, where is all that coming from? Well, first of all, it's a trick of the week, which gives you the 200. But if you're still not sure, you're like, okay, but what about the 3%? See this big yellow arrow right here? You're going to click that little plus button at the top, and it's going to show you some bonus stats. If you don't want those bonus stats, hit the minus button at the other end, and it'll close it again. And so here we can see that Trick of the Week gave us 200%. And then we also have earned 102.5% of the base trick value of a split S. So we can see that a split S is worth 100 points. At 200%, it's going to give us 200 points. And then the 3%. Oh, no, it's going to give us the 1.5% from the previous trick. So you double that, we get 203 points. So we're going to continue. And then I go to do a power loop, but I bump, but I still complete the power loop. So we're going to type power loop, and we're going to change the execution to bump. And right here, you can see that I still got the Trick of the Week bonus, but the trick execution adjustment knocked it down to 50%. So it's giving us a 205 points. In other words, we just kind of got a small bonus of 5 points because of the previous streak bonus. All right, so we're going to go ahead and continue. All right, so we'll ride into a, it's a Stall Maddie rewind, but I don't think I've updated it yet. So if you don't see Stall Maddie rewind, type Maddie Stall rewind, and same for the other rewinds as well. Okay. And then a split S into a power loop into another split S. Oops. All right, getting a little ahead here. Okay, and we're just going to come back just a little bit. So we did that power loop right there. Was that a split S? Yeah, that was a split S. You know, it's kind of sloppy for me, so I'm just going to mark it sloppy. Here you can see we have another trick execution. We got that Trick of the Week bonus. Our streak bonuses are going up. And yeah, and we have a total adjustment of 140% total. So we do another power loop. And then was that a roll there? Yep. A roll. Into a flip, still a rewind. Another split S. Into a Matty flip. Into a Brawny that ended in a crash. And you can see 0% there. I'm going to do another split S into a power loop, into another power loop, into a split S. Okay. Can only watch so fast with my peripherals. Okay, so let's see. Oh, and this is where we're going to use our custom trick builder. So you can see that that wasn't really a normal trick. I kind of go up, do a flip, and then kind of pop up into a 180 pitch down roll. So we're going to go back and kind of break this down again. So we kind of power up. I'm going to kind of ignore that part. But we do a flip at the top. So I'm going to select one flip. And then I do a half flip in the opposite direction. And then I do half of a roll. And that's going to give us 200 total points right there. The one thing about the custom trick builders is that they don't take into account the complexity of the trick, nor does it take into account the time it takes to do that trick. So keep that in mind. You know, for example, let's do a Rubik's Cube. So a Rubik's Cube is one half of a flip, one entire roll, and another one half of a flip, and that gives us 200 points. But if we type in a Rubik's Cube in the calculator, you can see that it gives us 325 points. Again, it doesn't take the timing consideration into account. It just takes a proportional amount of a flip and uses that to build the tricks. So now we have our custom trick number 1, and we're going to type that in. So custom, oops. Oh, it says custom combo. I need to change that to trick. And you can see that we got the points for it. And that was a blind flip right there, but I didn't do it over an object, so I'm not going to count that. And right there, we did another custom trick. So you see that I do a 180 yaw spin into a pitch down rollout. So we're going to do 180 yaw into a pitch down and a half rollout. And that's going to give us our custom combo number 2. Into another split S. And we're not going to get points for it because our repeat reduction is penalizing us for repeating a trick too frequently, as intended. And we do another Brawny, but that was actually kind of really sloppy. You know, someone could argue that, you know, they did the Brawny, but they were just kind of transitioning into their next trick, which is what I do right there. If someone argued it, I wouldn't say no. I can see how that was intended. But with me, I probably would call it sloppy because I did mess it up. And then I went into the Vanny roll there. And I do a power loop and I do a little tap right there at the end. Just barely hit that. All right. And I didn't get any points because once again, we could see that we have repeated power loops and split S's a lot. But yeah, we're going to call that the end of the run there. Here we could see that my total trick score, in other words, I believe it's the raw points, plus the quad bonus, which I did not get the 3,000 points because I didn't complete the 360 stall rewind in this video. If I did, see how much more it boosts our total points. So we're now at 8,000 versus 5.7 thousand. So we got a map bonus of 452 for a total score of 5,722. All right, now that we're done with our calculator, it's time to upload it. So we're going to go back to the website and we're going to click the submission form. And then we're going to scroll down to where it says upload your calculator here. And we're going to hit add file. And this is the important part. Hit recent. And usually it's going to be the first one here. And you're going to click it. And then you're going to click insert. And then after that, you'll fill out the rest of your submission form and then hit submit at the end. Now let's discuss the objectives for this lesson. Objective 1. Download a copy of the calculator and then correctly make a copy of the calculator and upload it with your submission after you fill it out. For the second objective, you gotta rip as hard as you can. That's it, just rip. For objective 3, complete at least 10 tricks during your freestyle run. Feel free to explore additional tricks from our visual Trictionary if you want to go beyond what we've already covered in boot camp. If needed, you can also repeat tricks to reach this 10 trick requirement. There is an optional bonus objective of performing any trick of the week at least once. To complete the prize objective for this week, make sure to submit your video before Thursday, October 17th. This will give us time to review all the videos prior to the final live stream. Now let's talk about the tricks of the week and the quad objectives. The tricks of the week will consist of a split S, power loop, and a stall flip rewind. The quad objectives will be a yaw spin, maverick loop, Matty flip, and a stall 360 rewind. The deadline to submit your video will be on Saturday, October 19th at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The time limit is 60 seconds when flying indoors. The time is reduced compared to the outdoor flights to help balance out the scoring, since indoor tricks are more difficult and valued higher to reflect their added complexity. The shorter time also means that you won't have to fly as long, which will help reduce the chances of crashing during your run. The time limit is 90 seconds when flying outdoors. You can extend these time limits by 5 seconds if you include the Freestyle Bootcamp logo at the beginning of your video. This extra time is only for the logo. It does not add 5 seconds to your actual 60 or 90 second time limit for this run. Your video must consist of a single clip. If you add multiple clips, only the first clip will be scored. No speeding up your footage or to reduce time between tricks. Speeding up your video will disqualify you from your performance-based prizes and will have your total score removed from the leaderboard. No cheating or exploiting loopholes. Just don't. Taking advantage of loopholes may result in score penalties, and cheating could lead to a permanent ban from all future Freestyle Showdown events. Once your video is ready, upload it to YouTube, make sure to set it to public or unlisted, and share the link via the submission form on prowhooper.com. The review livestream is planned to be next Saturday, October 19th at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we will also be hosting a midweek Pro Whooper Show livestream to showcase the best videos from this week's lesson on Wednesday, October 23rd. These videos will be judged beforehand, and the winner will be announced during the live stream. The standout pilot who creates the most entertaining video this week will be awarded with the Newbie Drone Pilot of the Week prize. Newbie Drone is sponsoring a $200 gift card to one lucky Freestyle Bootcamp 101 participant. To enter the giveaway, make sure to sign up by clicking the link in the YouTube description below and participate in at least one lesson to qualify. The winner will be selected during this final live stream via Spin the Wheel. And finally, we will be giving away over $434 worth of prizes this week, including a Jumper T20 V2 radio, PayPal cash, gift cards, flight controllers, prop poppers, props, and more. Make sure to submit your video on time for a chance to get your hands on these fantastic prizes. If you'd like to help strengthen Pro Whooper and support its growth, one of the best ways to do so is by using our referral links. When you make purchases through these links, you're helping us show our sponsors the real value and impact of their support, proving that their investment in Pro Whooper is worthwhile. You can find our referral links on prowhooper.com or wherever we share them. And that about wraps it up. For the written details of this week's lesson, as well as access to our visual Trictionary, build list, leaderboards, and more, please visit prowhooper.com. I would like to conclude by thanking everyone for participating in Freestyle Bootcamp 101. It's been a really fun 10 weeks, and I'm really happy with how many people participated in Bootcamp. I hope this Bootcamp has fulfilled its promise of making everyone a better pilot, so make sure to give it your all with this final Freestyle Showdown. So with that being said, have fun, happy flying, and Tyrantt out.